Sou sabor, muita tapioca com farinha d'água. Muita tapioca com farinha d'água. Muita tapioca com farinha d'água. Você, muita tapioca com farinha d'água. Muita tapioca com farinha d'água. Muita tapioca com farinha d'água.
Hello, I'm David Yetman. Most people who visit Brazil go first to the great cities of Rio de Janeiro or São Paulo. But there's another part of Brazil that is equally interesting, though far less known: the Amazon River and its magnificent tropical forest. So you grew up in the city of Belém, maybe 25 miles from here.
Yes,
But this is part of your background.
This is part of my background. This is where I would most likely spend a weekend.
Just a weekend?
Yeah, I would get on my canoe or my kayak, fiberglass kayak, not a wooden canoe, and go exploring, go fishing for piranhas, looking at the birds. Got to know the Amazon. Yes.
What do you do now?
I live in New York City.
And what do you do
How
there?
odd is that? I work with finance in a bank.
So you're a banker in New York City.
Yes.
And you grew up on the Amazon.
That is correct, yes.
How do you feel about being away from the Amazon where you grew up?
These are my roots, you know, this is where I'm from.
Do you think there is a difference between life in New York City and life here on the banks of the Amazon?
Yes, definitely. The jungles are very different.
They're two different jungles.
Yes. The people who make a living out of this, they do this so often that they no longer have fingerprints.
Oh my God, it's just worn down
Yes.
the tips of their fingers.
Yes.
Oh my. And probably the heat also burns a little bit of it off each time.
O principal da ilha é cacau açaí. Produto principal. É um semi-índio. É descendente direto do índio, o caboclo.
One of the boats is well equipped with hammock hooks and hammocks because that's where people sleep on the Amazon.
Vai! Vem embora, cara, vem pra cá.
We've got a little problem in that the current is very swift.
I'm losing my swimsuit.
I lost my hat, so don't worry about your suit.
The natives said the loggers knocked down the tree where, you know, the parents were nesting with the chicks, and this is the only chick that survived, and now they are raising it.
They're sure to get the right food for it since this is where it's coming from, so it'll have a native diet for sure.
And they will probably also teach him how to talk.
Diziam os antigos que quando o açaí está muito maduro não presta para ele consumir, já viram veneno para ele. Ele tem duas safras, uma safra num período e uma outra safra num outro período. Faz desde a época que eu me entendi como pessoa e gente, quando eu tinha negócio de 10, 12 anos, eu já acompanhava meu pai. É um período bom da gente fazer colheita de açaí, porque o preço está bem agradável.
My friend Thiago is an accomplished acai tree climber. He wants to make sure that his feet don't slip down. He's done this before. When you only have 80 feet to go now, Thiago, and you'll be up there. It takes very strong anchors. That's very good.
That's how they go up. Of course, they have more grace.
Well, I don't know. Nobody could do that.
Aí a gente atravessa com ele para Belém, para a cidade. Lá é vendido para as pessoas que fazem o suco, né, ou então o líquido, como eles chamam de açaí. Ou então...
Mostly, I think it's consumed in Brazil.
Mostly it's consumed in Belém, yes. We're planting them. So they just get this, and throw them around. What grows, grows. And,
Oh, I see.
they
Now
feel-
that's the easy guy's way of doing it.
yes.
Let's see, how do we call it? Jean Acai seed. We have Johnny Appleseed in English, so.
Oh,
So anybody who goes around planting would be a Jean Acai seed.
now you're teaching me some new words.
I just made it up, don't worry about it. So this is a three-toed sloth, right?
Correct. And this is a male, Dave. The males have this mark in the
Isn't
back.
that amazing? Just the males, the females don't have that. It looks like this big indentation, but it's just a place where the fur is black.
Right. And
Months.
they're strong.
They must be incredibly powerful.
So they call the koalas of the Amazon.
I would call the koalas the sloths of Australia. Fascinating. Huh?
Look at the faces.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Mona Lisa smile.
Look, his head is nonstop, moving, looking around for a place
Things
to
to
climb up
grasp.
to get. That rain lasted more than any 30 seconds. The caboclos don't seem to pay much attention to it. I wonder if the rain will follow the road all the way back to Belém and to the market where they sell the acai. Can this really be the dry season? You know, this is just another normal day in the dry season for Belém.
The dry season, that's right.
It
just rains once in a while.
It can rain. I was definitely not made to live in 100 inches a year climate.
This is the acai as they drink it.
Okay, this is the acai. They drink
They
it.
drink it in a bowl, and it's very thick. It's not like a watery juice that you may think. It's all acai. If it was for me, I was going to put a lot of sugar.
I don't recognize half the stuff here.
It's very diverse.
Wait, what is this?
This is pupunha. Sometimes they come in red and green and yellow.
Tastes
No,
more like a potato.
more like a potato, and they actually boil it.
Here's the Brazil nuts you told me about.
Oh, the Brazil nuts. Yes, yes, yes.
I've seen these.
You've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
But these are what the Ribeirinhos bring it. Those are biribás. This is called bacuri. This I have to ask.
You don't know it either. Most of the strange fruits here come from upriver, and some of them are so exotic that even the people who have lived here all their lives in the city of Belém don't know.
This is called a inga.
Inga.
Inga. Then that's how you reach it inside.
I'm not sure I recommend this. It tastes very much like the last newspaper that I ate.
You're right.
Somebody was really smart who figured out they could take a poisonous root, cook it, and make it into a basic starch for all of the continent.
This is tucupi. It's the liquid you get when you squeeze manioc.
Can you drink it as it is?
You could, but it's very sour. They cook with this. Okay, this is something I really want to show you. Come, come. These are the leaves of the manioc.
I've never seen anything like
You
that.
touch it, you can touch it.
Yeah?
Now
And
they,
these are poisonous as they are.
as they are.
Okay.
Yes. Now the Indians came up with this dish that you grind this here to my left into this paste, and they have to cook it for 7 days.
Non-stop, 7 days?
Non-stop. Otherwise, it's poisonous. You
How
will
in the
die.
world did they ever figure that out?
They had to kill 6 Indians at least.
See,
And right over there are the dry fish. See, the Ribeirinhos, mostly they don't have electricity in their huts. So they have to salt. They have to salt the fish to kind of conserve the meat so they can eat it in a week span. In the old days, they had no scales over there. So they would bring their fish. Let's see how much it weighs so we can sell it. Vero peso. Let's see the weight. These boats come in with the fish, they put the fish in the scale, and they actually, vero peso, they see the weight. Once they know the weight, they can sell it.
peacock, it's got that
Yeah, it has the
aura
eye in
around
there.
the dot.
This the locals call filhote. Look at the mouth.
Well, it looks like a shark, it's not. But it
No,
looks like
it's not. It's an overgrown, over 200 kilos fish.
In Parrot Island, and it's well named because there are probably 10,000 parrots who come here to nest every night. I had a few dozen more places I wanted to find out about, but Thiago had to get back to his job in New York City, and my flight out of Belém wouldn't wait. The big city seems too large to let the river people alone very much longer. I'm glad I saw them when I did.